the rainbow. I saw they were struggling with it. I was like, what are they?
Hello. So I don't know if it was just me on my computer then, but for some reason that countdown just felt really slow and long.
Didn't it ever?
That one felt, super, super slow and long. Tuesday night, and for us in Queensland, first day back at work this week. Nice public holiday today.
That's right.
For all of those that are joining us tonight for obviously the next edition of us talking about Lego Masters White Still Hot. Yeah, everybody knows Bilsy. Some of you, most of you, might not know the face below us. You know him by name and by Lego sets. Is of course Mr. Brent Waller. He's famous for the Ghostbusters, for Seinfeld, and a crazy shoe lover. Thanks for coming on tonight, buddy. Appreciate it. Right. Did you check out Brickman's shoes last night? Did you see?
I did not.
Oh, come on, man.
I've got a filter.
How'd you miss that?
Minus shoes on my browsers.
I'll have to find a photo because they actually are not too bad. My mic obviously might tweak out again, so you have to jump up and down on me if it does. All right, let's go through last night's episode while I look through these photos. Mid-season twist.
Episode 8. Yeah.
And mid-season twist.
The MST. Did anyone see it coming? Did we pick it?
I think everyone saw it coming, didn't they?
Definitely, yeah. Grant, Andy, how are you? Amanda, Dave, it's all on fire today. Graham as well, down in Sydney, how are you, champion? And New Zealand, everyone's on. It's good. I'm pretty sure everyone picked that one. Like, you know, it was. Oh, and Fleur as well. Hey, Fleur.
Hey, Fleur.
Hey, Fleur.
I mean, it was a good twist. Guyan made me laugh. Guyan put a post up last night saying, you know, not that jealous, but come on, where was our MST?
Yeah, it was really good that they let 2 teams back in. I think rather than just one, it mixes it up a little bit. And I have to say I'm pretty happy with the 2 teams that got back in as well. So
what you're talking about, if they brought in contestants from previous seasons for those chances.
That would have been So that would have been good.
Save that one for next season.
Yeah. Surely there's got to be an All-Stars one day.
Yeah, they gotta.
Yeah. I mean,
no, don't worry about All-Stars because that goes on building skills. How about we just go crowd favorite All-Stars?
Okay. All drama.
At least then I've got a chance. All right, before we dig into it, I've got to show you, Brent. There we go. So he actually got custom-made ones painted and designed for him.
Yeah.
What a waste.
Come on, don't be like that. Grant said, not that it was 2 people, thought only one. Yeah, that was the spicy twist that made it better. Like you said, they brought 2 teams back instead of the one. So that was cool.
I thought that was good. It also means that the season's going to go for slightly longer too, because what's tonight? Episode 9, and we're back up to 6 teams. So that's like for viewers, I think that's a good thing.
It's amazing. It's
more teams, more episodes, unless they're going to pull a double elimination next week or something like that. But then last year they had 3 teams in the final as well. So I guess 3 episodes, 3 eliminations. We're probably 5.
They had 3 teams in our final.
Yeah, that's right. Did you guys never had a double elimination episode?
No. We had a suicide episode when someone built a dinosaur, but we didn't have a double elimination episode.
So based on if there's another non-elimination episode, and we're at episode 9 with 6 teams, we've probably got around 4 or so episodes left as a guess.
Just as but you never know.
So that's good. The more episodes, the better, because otherwise it's a whole another year before we have to wait before we can watch it again.
So let's go back. Episode 7. Obviously, 4 teams did come back. 4 seasons. And do the builds. What'd you think of them? Were they worthy to come back? Was it a good idea? Was it a good shake-up? Did you like it? Did you not like it?
I liked it. The 4 seasons, I thought it was a good mix, and it's always good to see builds flow through without a train. Like having the base boards laid out with the river through it, and then seeing the 4 seasons just go one to the other, I thought was really cool. I thought it was interesting, though, the way he called out the seasons at the end rather than do it on a calendar scale for what the seasons are. He called it out almost in a elimination.
You know what's funny, actually, just by fluke, and I just realized it, like another blessing we had Brent on tonight. The 4 seasons goes with his Bricklink display.
I've got them all right here. And I'll tell you what, winter was the hardest one, I reckon, for me to design for my thing. Autumn was probably the easiest because it's just autumn colors.
Yeah.
But the idea, when I was watching it yesterday, the idea I had was do your usual autumn park, but then do like a big dragon kite, because you have your kite festivals in the autumn. You can have a bunch of kites in the sky. You can have a big long dragon kite in the sky. Would have been awesome.
Yeah.
So once again, why did you not come on season 1 again?
Yeah.
Mate, the door was open. I mean, come on.
Then what would Henry do?
Yeah.
You might have got Henry in your team.
That could have been like, I'm going to blame you, because if you and Cade were together, that means I would have got Henry and not someone else. So I'm blaming you.
Oh.
It's your fault the world was introduced to a suit-wearing villain.
Wizard.
I'll take that one. What would have you built for the other seasons? Gone big without cheating and looking at your own design.
The winter one is the hardest, I reckon, because it's just white. Like, what are you going to do with it? So I think they did pretty well with it. I did think avalanche, and they did a little avalanche in there. Spring, I thought you could do like was it Holland with the tulip fields and like a windmill behind it. What's the other season? Summer. Yeah, beach is probably the best you can come up with for
summer's definitely the biggest option, especially for us. Yeah. We all can relate 20 million things to summer.
Or if you do the Australian version, just have the whole country on fire.
That's true. Or a summer Christmas.
Yeah. Barbecue.
Yeah. What about you, Bills? Or what would have been your 4 season pick?
I would have done a flower festival for spring, like Floriade in Canberra, or like Tulip Festival, that sort of thing. I think that one's a given. I would have done a rainbow that was complete.
Let me pull up on that one. Let's talk about that. This rainbow. So, how did they get stuck?
I have no idea.
So they couldn't figure out how to curve the rainbow from woe to go. And if you look at what they threw away, it was literally built one stud off recurring, so that it was a 45-degree rainbow. And Amy couldn't figure out how to round that off. And
I thought they'd done curves before, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, you need to introduce plates and things like that to get the steps smaller and smoother. And
go back to our unicorn. We brick built a rainbow tail.
Well, that's right.
That hard.
You can also do it with brick bending as well, using 1x2s and rounds as well. So there's a lot of ways of doing it, but for whatever reason, maybe the pressure of the build, I don't know. Poor Amy just couldn't get there, and then when she palmed it off to Darway, I don't know how long he had to try and nut it out either, but the camera footage seemed to throw it aside pretty quick and move on to something else. And I think there was a lot of people yelling, including like 8-year-olds, yelling at the TV last night on how to finish a rainbow. But in saying that, I think their rainbow bird on top of the tree was quite good in the end anyway. Not good enough to get back into the season, but it was quite good recovery.
It's hard to know how they've edited it as well, because they could have just thrown that rainbow in there as a random part of their whole scene And in the editing, they make a bigger deal out of it than it actually was. And then when it comes to them failing at doing it, then it makes it more drama.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about it is, like, you know, the wings of that bird at the end, you could have used that as a messy rainbow. Like, that was pretty good color shading and mixing, it turned out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, if you showed me that bird and showed me a finished rainbow, I'd say the bird is more challenging to create than the rainbow.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely, because the rainbow was literally flat brick. So, it would have added, but I think the bird ended up being the better build, even though it didn't pay off for them. But all credit to them. I mean, the pressure of doing the build and fighting for your place in the comp is pressure enough as it is.
Yeah. Sorry. I've kicked some thinkers out here.
I'll mute him for a sec.
It wasn't Bilsy tonight.
It wasn't me for once.
Wow.
But I'm sure my microphone stuff up's more harsh sounding than his one.
Yeah.
That was only a slight hum. That was nothing. All right. So the only decent photo I do have from last night is the winning build. So let's pop that one up, which was one of the winning builds, which was a pretty wicked. I liked it. You know, he didn't have to go train an avalanche and that, but they did not. I mean, not just Ryan, but it sells the story. It's awesome. It's cool. You know, you don't need to do much more than they did.
I think that this was the build of the night, because looking at that as a build right there, you can picture that out of a movie scene, or you can imagine that in a display somewhere. It tells a whole story. And Anthony and Jess's build with the autumn camping was also very good, but I think that this was the build of the night.
Yeah. And for me, it actually stuck more to the minifig scale mandate, where the others, even the bear one, I felt was a bit stretching it.
I didn't. Yeah, I must admit, I did have issues with the bear's body. I think that its head and arms and legs were probably perfect, because you can have a much bigger bear than a minifig, and that head didn't belong on that body. That body was like a giant waffle with this little head on top.
A giant waffle.
It was. I mean, in saying that, it was. I loved their build. I loved the camping. I liked the scene. I wasn't even phased by it. Brickman pointed out that people were running in all different directions and it didn't make sense. Well, I think if there's a bear coming, you run any way you can. But the bear's scale was slightly too large. I think they were just lucky that it was a better build than the others, which got them through.
And you know what? When it's a competition, that's all you need to do. Be better than the next.
You don't need to be the best.
Sweet, you know what I mean?
The worst. Yeah. And I think that's where Adventure and Jeff lost it as well, with their ice cream monster. Cool theme, but it took away too much from Summer. It overshadowed the minifigures too much and the season, I thought.
Yeah.
Maybe they should have.
The framing of the whole thing was a bit off.
Yeah, or keep with the ice cream thing, but make it the size they made it. Make the platform a footpath, and it's melting on the footpath or something. You know what I mean? Like, use that as the one and only hero. It'd sell. Yeah. Unless, it's. I mean, there's a million. Everyone's a critic after the fact. Even we are. We're the best at it.
It's really easy to sit on your couch and pick things to pieces.
Totally.
Of course. And that's why I don't take away from any of the builders, because all of them are great builders under that pressure with that time. You know, hats off to everyone. So, except Bilsy.
Good on ya. Maximum Bricks, how are you? And Rob, the challenge should have been set to my height. Should have been set to, a million things. For those that are watching as well, I did ask if Kale wanted to come on. He didn't reply. So, yeah, it happens. All right. So, obviously Lego Masters is the hot topic right now, and it is going insane. But the next big thing that's happened, other than Lego releasing a million different sets this week and let us know what's coming out for the rest of the year, something that Brent is definitely an expert at, Lego ideas. So for those that are Lego Master fans, and you don't know what Lego ideas is, it's where, if you're a fan, you can submit a design you've made at home to become an official Lego set. And like I said at the start of the show, Brent designed the Ghostbusters Ecto one, which I guarantee all of you have seen. And also the Seinfeld, I don't have it in reach. The Seinfeld, what's it called? What's actually called? Living room?
I think it's just called this Jerry's apartment, basically.
Jerry's apartment. Yeah. But on top of that, Brent doesn't take his foot off the pedal, and he has.
He's back.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah.
Are you back? Microphone, dude. Okay, he's heard us. While he gets that fixed, what's a stream without a mic issue?
Oh,
I know, right?
No, what's a stream without Bilsy?
So everyone in Twitch and Facebook and YouTube, hit the donate button so we can buy him a new microphone. Everyone just puts in $1 each. We'll get there.
So I did hear you, but I was trying to click on the screen to bring the X-Files up and come back. And yeah, anyway, we're good now. And hey, and you know what? It's becoming a meme. If it doesn't happen each stream, it's not a good stream.
That's true. That's true.
All right, what was the last thing you heard me dribbling about?
I can't remember. It was so long ago. Lego ideas. That was it.
To sum it up, Lego ideas. You design something at home. You send it through to a Lego website. People vote. You need 10,000 votes, and then it becomes in a pool. And in this pool, the official Lego people then decide and vote and talk, and they work through what can they actually convert into an official, legitimate Lego set. This is Brent's latest submission, I guess you could call it at the moment.
Well, it's a late submission, but I made this back in 2014 and tried to submit it back then, and they wouldn't allow it because it was too mature. And then 2019, I think it was, I saw someone else had submitted X-Files. I was like, oh, wait, they allow it now, so I just chucked it up. So it's a pretty dated design, but it got through, so.
Just chucked it up,
I literally just chucked it. I've made some improvements to it since, but I think it's just too dated for them to ever bother approving. And it's not as relevant as it used to be.
But you think though that it with the friend sets and the potential second friend set, Seinfeld's apartment, like these studios seem to be a thing now. Sesame Street, that the X-Files may have legs again.
I don't know. I mean, because they did the reboot of the show a couple of years ago and it was pretty poorly received. So I think that's going to work against it. If they hadn't have done that, there'd probably be a bit of nostalgia around for it still.
Yeah.
It's kind of tainted the brand a little bit.
All right, let's quickly, dribble down the list from him. First off, let's start with, holy crap, 57 submissions. What the hell? Out of nowhere. Like,
if you spent a minute on this now.
I tried to actually scroll through when I was talking this afternoon, Brent, that on average, I worked it out, it's 10. It's at about 9 and 10 on average. And then last year we got the 32 or something, remember? I think it was 32.
Yeah, it's just gone up since then.
And then everyone went nuts then, and now 57. So is it because, I don't think it's because popularity of Lego and designs. I think it's the popularity of the people that are submitting it have a bigger fan base. And that's the only reason it's getting through.
It's also COVID as well, because there's some amazing builders that can't display for the last 18 months or so. And everybody is going to an online world. So they're building and submitting, but they're also looking and voting as well. So that's got to help.
Yeah, there's more people building at home, more people sitting at their computers during COVID to see them, and it'll spread a lot quicker.
Exactly.
All right, let's I guess we'll skim down them as quick as we can. We've still got a good 10 minutes. just I guess a yay and nay, a quick comment on what you think and how how to get through this one. No idea, and it's a no from me.
Princess Bride. I don't think it's relevant anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Tutankhamun definitely goes in line with adult sets, display sets. Yeah. So
it's
could
in line with the Van Gogh one.
Yes, the artwork, type stuff. It's not a bad set. Nightmare Before Christmas. I think this would have been a good set. They may have missed the train.
Yeah,
time wise.
Yeah.
And will they rehash? Did Nightmare come in Dimensions?
No, but
Disney
CMF.
Yeah, Disney Series 2, I think they came out in, but not in Dimensions. No.
And Brickheads.
Yeah.
Hyrule Castle, Legend of Zelda. It may work.
How many Zeldas already?
Yeah, I mean, it won't work as a set, but they might bring it into Mario like they have Luigi. You never know.
I think with Lego and Nintendo's relationship, though, there's probably already something Zelda in the background that may be going on, or maybe already been ruled out. So I don't know if that one has legs through ideas.
Cool idea, cool set. There's already a similar train in Polar Express. It's an old movie.
Yeah, it is an old movie, and I don't think it's a nostalgic movie that people would have to rush out and buy it. So
no, not yet.
I don't know if that would get ground.
This is cool. I like the airship idea. I don't think it will work. Cool idea. I just don't think it's.
That's what I define as like a cool mock. That it's not really a set.
Yeah, it looks very parts intensive too.
Yeah,
it looks like it'd be a very expensive set.
Yeah.
And Joe's comment in the chat is exactly spot on. The biggest issue with submissions is a lot of them already fit into existing themes, and they won't go through as ideas because they clash with those things.
They got to stand on their own, yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know, and apologize if I should, but I don't know what Baba Yaga is.
Some Russian folklore, apparently.
Okay.
I've not heard of it. It's some witch that lives in a house with chicken legs, but yeah, then it's too regional. They'll never make it.
All right.
It's kind of cool.
This is interesting. So, The Office. There's 2 submissions for The Office this time around.
Yeah, there is.
We'll get to the other one later. I don't think it's iconic as your apartment, your friends, your Big Bang. It's good. As they've definitely gone for that individual. Let's pick up an office in a popular TV show. I just don't think. Take away the word office and here, what is it?
It doesn't stand out like Big Bang did or like Central Perk did. You can look at those instantly and know what they are.
Yep.
Whereas this one, you're exactly right. If you take away the office, it just looks like a scene, like a mock.
Yeah.
And I know The Office is popular, but I don't think it's got the worldwide sort of recognition that some of those other shows have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if it did, I'm sure you would have already made one. Lego DNA, kind of cool. I mean, I can see it maybe not looking like that, but I can see it definitely being a standalone set in the future. Maybe not this one, but it's probably put an idea into Lego's head.
It fails for rule number 1 for me is what am I going to do with that?
Yeah. X-Files, we hope just because we like you, we hope it gets through, but like you said, it is dated.
I don't think it will. I don't think it will.
Metroid, another gunship. Once again, cool mock, not a big fan base.
Yeah, I don't think it's as widely known. Like I make video games and I have never played a Metroid game.
No, but you know what it is, same as me. But yeah, how many people have played it? Or the good question with a lot of Lego ideas, and I think I said this to Bill once, put it in front of your parents and ask them to explain what you just made. That's kind of, if they can answer what you've made, you've kind of got a big tick. You know what I mean?
And if they say, "What's that?" It's supposed to be.
Yeah. Modulars don't really seem to get through at all. So, I mean, as cool as any modular can be, Andy, is there any good ones yet? That's what I mean. So these are getting voted in because they've got strong audiences, not on the builds. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang Car. You could almost take this away and just submit a vintage car, and it'd be just as cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, who knows with that one? That one's a lot of parts that don't exist.
I think Chitty Chitty's got through before or been around for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems familiar for some reason.
Yeah.
Among Us, just video games don't work.
No, it has to be old video game. Like, it has to have staying power, not whatever the latest trend is.
I think
not the latest streaming thing. Welcome to the Black Parade. Now, this is clearly some sort of music or music band or music.
Apparently, it's Chemical Romance. Someone had to tell me. I had no clue.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
apologize for My Chemical Romance fans out there. Succulent Joe, great, I guess, use of let's jump on the floral bandwagon.
Yeah.
It is, but as Joe said, it competes with the floral theme, and I believe that is a theme now, so it won't stand for itself.
Chitty Chitty Bad Bad. I'm pretty sure that's an X-rated video I've seen before. Just saying. Village Post Office, once again, it's another building. It won't push through. Train, and so there's this train bookend, and then later on we'll see the Lego bookends.
I think the other ones are amazing.
I think the Lego, when we get down to them, I think they might have a chance of becoming top 3. I really do.
I've seen that one.
We'll get down to it. Train's a cool idea. The bookend's a good idea. You got to be a train nerd like Bruce and some others to get through on that one. But we'll get to the other one. We'll talk about it later. Viking, you'd almost say Cade's Longship.
I think they've had some of these before, haven't they?
They have had a Longship before, and it didn't go through, obviously, and it was more detailed than that. So, this is cool. Jazz Quartet, I do like. Nice scale in the figs as well.
It is very cool, and
this is kind of a set you want to go through, but probably won't. All right, we've got to get faster.
I don't know what you'd do with that one. Like, what's the market for it?
Yeah. Animal Crossing, see you later. Medieval, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Bike lanes, why would you?
They're compatible with the new road plates. That's why. So once again, it's competing with a theme.
Yeah. Bowling could work for sure.
It's a bit
especially with the working ball return.
Yeah. Asterix and Obelix, that's only old people that read comics. Next. These are wicked. So these bookends, and they've got, like I said, hidden hiding spots.
Yeah.
Awesome idea. Bloody brilliant idea. And I hope they do go through. So, and they look good.
They look really big too.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that green book's 10 tiles high. So it's good sizing. Hobbit, no, I don't think
it's been done.
That one won't get through.
It's very part heavy.
King's Castle, once again, I love it, but I've got a feeling Lego's going to bring back Castles or Medieval or something along that line.
Look at that Creator one that was just announced recently.
Yeah.
That's right.
Another Charlie and Chocolate Factory. This one's got the moving a fountain from memory.
It's not a bad size, though, compared to the last one. Like, it's definitely a marketable size.
Yeah. It's not. I'm not dissing on this one. I just don't think we'll go through ideas.
You might have to stop there and go through the others tomorrow night because we're a minute away from episode 9.
Yeah, we've still got 20 to go through. We can do that. Well, I guess we can even probably, Brent, if you're keen, you want to come again tomorrow night?
Yeah, I'll be around.
We'll talk.
We'll go through the rest tomorrow night so that everyone can go and see what episode 9 has in store for us tonight. It's
9.
No,
tonight's episode, people, is actually really, really good. And the team that wins, holy crap, what they do will blow your mind.
Oh, outstanding.
Yeah. All right, people, we'll let you get to it. Go and watch the latest episode tonight. We'll come back. We'll talk a little bit again, obviously, with the episode tomorrow night. Tomorrow night will be a huge show. We are at the end of the raid train, and we'll try to get Brent back, and we will talk again some more ideas tomorrow night. Other than that, Brent, thanks again for the last minute ad and jumping in, and we might see you tomorrow night.
All right, see you.
Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.